right, this is part 4. I have 21 minutes left on my phone. So you're happy, you guys are probably happy because this is a long, this is like a 2-hour video pretty much. About a 2-hour video, yeah. 2-hour video. When my battery's at 90%, my phone can last for about 2 hours, close to 2 hours. An hour and 57 to like 2 hours. Whereas if it's at 60%, I can make like an hour and like 45-minute video, obviously. And so from now on, I'm gonna try and make sure my phone is charged to like 90 to 100%. That way I can make longer videos. Obviously, right? I have a Samsung phone, right? My Samsung phone's pretty good, obviously. It's a good quality phone, obviously. But yeah, man, you guys don't see it now, but you guys are fucking messed up people, man. And it boggles my mind how messed up you guys are, man. It finally hit me. Like when I found out that the doors were locked on me, I found out about the horror mess. I found out that me and my wife were separated from each other for 30 years. When I found out that like I got knocked on the rock, I found out that I figured out the puzzles of the game, sharing or dying. It finally hit my mind. Oh my god, you guys are reprobate. You're nothing but a mess in what I made, man. You don't see your evil because you're blinded by your envy, man. You're so blinded by your envy that you guys don't even see your evil. After already causing mess in my life, you still want me here to share for the rest of my life. And you don't even see the evil. It's like, how the heck, how can a rational, sane person not see that evil, man? How can you not see your evil by me having me wife share? Oh, we don't see the evil because we're blind by our envy. We want Ivan, we want VJ too. They're too beautiful. They don't deserve to charge themselves because we're envious. Even though I allow you to have your husband and wife yourselves, you can't even grant me the same. She's not even your wife, and you somehow what? You somehow think you have the right to have control over my relationship when you didn't create this fucking universe, and she's not your fucking wife, man. She's not your wife. I'm not your husband. What makes you think you have the right to have control of my relationship when you're not even fucking God, man? Because you guys are crazy, messed up people. You somehow think you have the right to control my relationship when she's not even your wife and I'm not even your fucking husband. If I did this to you, how the fuck would you feel? Oh, I tell you to fuck off. Yeah, when it comes to Ivan, no one cares because you're fucking blinded by your envy. Because you're messed up, crazy, psychotic people and you're nothing but a mess. You're nothing but a major mess. You guys don't see it now, but you're nothing but a major mess in what I've made, man. You're crazy people. You're crazy, psychotic people, man. Fucking crazy people, man. Anyways, enough about me exposing you all, because I think I've exposed you well enough. You better fucking enjoy this series while you can, as you only have a month left of me on YouTube. I'm going to make that Swimming Sharks video, and after that you have one video left. If you're not including my Lord of the Rings read-along, you have a lot of videos left, obviously. I'm going to pump up my Lord of the Rings side videos. I'll go through all of book 1 this month. So all you Lord of the Rings fans, you got to bear with me. As I know you guys are excited, obviously. And then I'm going to end it off with that final announcement. And after I make that final announcement, I'm going to go upstairs and let my stepfamily know that I'm done my book. And once I find out how wicked you are, I swear to God, that is it forever. I'm never making any English again. Once you trap me with sharing or death, or I didn't do anything wrong and I'm an innocent virgin man who wants to be in a normal relationship, and you won't even let me be in a normal relationship. You know I'm innocent. You know I'm a virgin. You know I never been in a relationship. Whereas you guys all got to have your moments with your boyfriend and girlfriends and have your relationship. You trap an innocent virgin man who's a good man with sharing your death, man. Like you have a virgin man share with millions of people for the rest of his life. Because you guys are crazy, psychotic people. You're blind by your envy. You're nothing but a mess of what I made, man. You're crazy. You know I'm innocent. You know I'm a good man. You know I'm willing to stand out with Jennifer, my wife, and you're willing to have me share for the rest of my life forever. I can't even be in a normal relationship, or die to be my wife. To have my wife all fresh myself, even after causing that mess. Because you guys are mentally crazy, psychotic people. You're nothing but a fucked up mess of what I made. I don't mean to be rude, man, but you guys are nothing but a fucked up mess that I made, man. You're crazy, psychotic people. You don't care. You don't see your evil because you're just consumed with your envy, man. Because you're crazy people, man. Crazy, psychotic people, man. Fucking crazy. Anyways, enough about me exposing you all, as I'm not playing around. Once I find out, I figure out the puzzles of the game. I'm not stupid. I know you're going to trap me with sharing your death because I figured out the puzzles of the game. I'm choosing death. I'm not going to do it like that. Once I find out how wicked you are and I cry my eyes out in tears, this innocent man didn't do anything wrong. I find out I have to die with my wife after already causing that mess and locking all doors on me. That is if I was aware. I'm not making any videos for you on this stupid Sabotage channel. As once I'm king, I'm not even going to think about this stupid Sabotage channel. As I'm going to be living the life of my wife. I'm going to be a famous billionaire, a a famous author, a famous movie star. I'm gonna own my own 35 minute yacht, my own 100 minutes condo. I'm gonna be living the life of my wife forever in this world. Don't hate me. Well, you guys are all gonna die in a couple decades from now. As generations pass, everyone's gonna die, whereas Ivan and VJ will continue to live on. Because me and her created the universe, we have control of our own destiny. I wrote my own story, hence the whole thing is set up, obviously, and you guys should fucking deserve. You chose to cause mess in your wife's life, hence I'm gonna cause mess in your life. Because you cause mess, because you purposely you let your devil and everything take over. I want to cause chaos and horror and mess in Ivan's life, cause chaos and horror and mess in VJ's life. What pisses me off, it's one thing to cause mess in my life. It's another thing for you to purposely cause mess in my wife's life when I was willing to save my virginity for her, man. That's what really, really pisses me off. The fact that I was willing to save my virginity for my wife, she would have been the only woman I would have known what it was like to have sex with. I was willing to save my virginity for her. The fact that you purposely cause this mess and have me have sex with hundreds of thousands of women before I can see you, that's how you know I don't play around. I don't play around with it. I don't play around. The fact that you let your devil and everything take over and you purposely want to cause mess. You saw me and my wife's perfect future together. You let your devil and everything take over. The fact that you did that, I'm also going to cause mess in your life. When me and my wife are king and queen, you're abandoned and left behind my God. You're not safe, man. You're going to be abandoned. Like all these big YouTubers who are very famous on YouTube, when they make their videos, it's going to feel as if no one cares about their videos anymore because all the attention is drawn towards Ivan. While they're making their videos, Ivan and VJ are trending on Twitter. They're trending on Instagram. Hundreds of trends. They're trending on they're trending on Twitter. They're trending on Instagram. And so feel like as if no one cares about their videos. Even though people are watching their videos, it feel like as if no one cares about their videos, hence they're gonna feel abandoned by God, obviously. Ivan and VJ are now trending. The main attention on where they're trending on Twitter, Instagram. You see all these pictures and videos of Ivan and VJ. Ivan and VJ are partying up at a club. That's trending on Twitter. You feel like shit, yeah, man. Ivan and VJ are now movie stars. You get the trends with the actors. And you feel like shit and you feel abandoned by God. Hence, you guys are going to cry, man. You're going to cry tears because you're looking at international fame from my book sales. International fame for me and my wife being together, the trends online, as well as crazier fame for the movie, man. You're looking at international fame for the movie. That's why you guys are going to cry tears. Because you made me cry tears about the horror mess. The horror mess, bro. When I found out about the horror mess, I even had you find out about the horror mess. I figured out the puzzles of the game, obviously. I'm not stupid, man. I figured out the puzzles of the game. I go, okay, if VJ is my wife, why am I separated from her? Why am I separated from her? I figured it out. The fact that VJ's in Hollywood, I'm like, of course the mess happened. I figured it out, man. The mess obviously, the fact that VJ's in Hollywood, the mess obviously happened. The fact that the world separated me from my wife, they're obviously going to cause a mess in my life, obviously, because the world's evil, obviously. They're wicked people. You guys are wicked people. I figured out the puzzles of the game. Yeah, you guys did your best to hide it, obviously. Act like as if VJ's innocent, but I'm not stupid. I figured out the puzzles of the game. I know the mess happened. I'm not fucking stupid. Just like you're also going to purposely cause mess in my wife's life by having me be a fucking porn star. Because you guys are wicked people, obviously. You're wicked people and you're nothing but a mess in your wife made. And because I'm not kidding around, because you fucking purposely caused mess in my life, man, if you think for 1 second that you're not going to pay a price, man, having me pay a heavy price of that, you're also going to pay a price. Especially having me, if you think for 1 second you're going to have me pay a price, have me purposely cause mess in my life, cause mess in my wife's life when I'm willing to save my virginity for, at the same time have me suffer death, and you sabotage my channel not talking, you think you're not going to pay a price, man, you're going to pay a fucking price, man. You're going to be left behind and abandoned by God. And you're gonna suffer this punishment. Because you made me suffer, you're also going to suffer. You're going to be left behind and abandoned by God. Such a horrific feeling, you guys are going to cry. And you're going to wish that you can take it all back, but it's too late. I ordained this to happen. I set the whole thing up. Don't hate me. I'm going to live forever in this world with my wife. I'm going to live my beautiful life. Obviously, in spite of the mess, I'm going to live my beautiful life with my wife. While you guys are all left behind, in a couple decades from now, a lot of you guys are going to grow old and die. And you made your choice. You could have done the right thing and just let my wife be together despite your envy, and you would have seen my glory forever and would have been saved. And you chose to be left behind and cause mess in my life and see my wife's bullshit sex. Knowing full well you're getting bullshit sex, you still chose bullshit sex because you guys are mentally crazy, psychotic people. Maybe we might see them when we see them have sex. When you didn't see us, we ran, our spirit ran, and you got bullshit sex from Ivan and VJ. And you got what you fucking deserve, man. Obviously. You hope you can get your full cake, but I'm not fucking stupid. No way in hell am I going to let you cause that purposely. You didn't just accidentally cause a mess. No, man, you purposely caused a mess. The fact that you purposely caused that mess, you think for 1 second you're not gonna pay a price. You're also gonna pay a price. You're gonna be left behind and abandoned by God. You're gonna suffer this horrific judgment. The judgment of God is set upon the world. You guys are gonna be judged, man. You're gonna be judged, and you're not gonna be saved. You're gonna be left behind. As being left behind is a horrific price to pay, man. Just like me being with my wife is a horrific price. Having me causing that mess, especially having me suffer death, being what? Being separate from God is also a horrific price. Such a horrific price, these Hollywood actors are really going to beg their asses off. And some of them might even cry because they don't want to be left behind. Anyways, enough about me exposing you. I'm going to talk more about SkySource. Me and my wife SkySource company will be so top notch. You're looking at a company bigger than Disney Film Studios, Warner Bros., Universal. You guys love it when I babble on, obviously. I've been babbling on for almost 2 hours now. It'll be a bigger company than Disney Film Studios, Warner Bros., Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate. SkySource will be such a big company. It will be bigger than all these Hollywood companies, obviously. And hence why all the Hollywood actors are going to desperately try and get into Meanwhite's movie, because they want to get out of the Hollywood system, obviously, because I'm their ticket out of the system, obviously. I'm their last hope to freedom. Hence why they're all going to so badly want to be Meanwhite's movie. And SkySource is the only company independent from Hollywood, the only film company independent from the Hollywood system that can actually compete with the Hollywood companies and do big budget movies and pay the actors their millions, obviously. It's the only company that can compete with Hollywood. Hence why all the Hollywood actors are going to desperately try and be in Me and Wife's movie, obviously. As Me and my wife are going to own a top high-end SkySource company. Better than all these Hollywood companies, man. You're looking at... You guys see the future, man. You know how top-notch of a company I'm going to own, man. You know how top-notch... Just because I have the keys, you guys can see the future. You know how top-notch of a SkySource company I'm going to own. You're looking at something top, high-end, luxury, 100 I'm going to own. Cellular jet, top high-end office I'm going to own. You're looking at something high-tech, man. High-tech, man. Hence why these actors are really going to beg their ass up, because they know SkySource is better than Hollywood, man. SkySource is a better company than Hollywood. What I mean better, I mean it blows Hollywood out of the water. Because Hollywood, most big budget movies in Hollywood are made for 60, 100, 150, 200 million dollars. Obviously. And in the rare case, a few of them are made for 250, 300, 350 million. But in most cases, big budget movies are made for like 200, 150 million Hollywood, which is considered a big budget movie in Hollywood. Whereas all my movies on average are all made for like $600 million, man. Like the Organization movie, I'm making it for almost 700 million. I'm making it for 680 million. Zanus is 970, and so I'm making better quality movies, obviously. Their Unique is made for 200 million. That's Titanic was I believe the most expensive romance movie ever made. That was made for 200 million. Imagine a romance movie on a level of Titanic. Like most romance movies are made for a couple dozen million, 10, 20 million dollars. Most romance movies are made for, and I'm making Their Unique for 200 million. The Hidden Vampire movie, I'm making it for like 600 million. Hence, all my movies are on average 500, 600 million dollar movies. Whereas in Hollywood, most big budget movies on average are about 100 to 150 million on average. Which is still a big budget movie, obviously, but compared to my movie, it's very small, obviously. Hence why SkySource will blow all these companies out of the water. The companies are bigger in scale because they're putting out like 5, 6 movies a year. But my company is bigger in quality because I'm putting out better quality movies on average. I'm putting out better quality movies in all these Hollywood companies. And I'm also paying the actors more money in most cases. As B-list actors in Hollywood will never make $2 million for a movie. B-list actors will bargain for a couple $100,000 for a movie. And the A-list actors bargain for a couple million, and the rarities can bargain for a lot of money. The small bunch can bargain for a lot of money in Hollywood. But in most cases, A-list actors make like $4 or $5 million for a movie, man. And that's how much I'm paying rising stars and B-list actors. $4 million, $3 million, $2 million. As B-list actors in Hollywood for television shows get like $900,000, $700,000, $1 million, $500,000, $350,000, $250,000. Depends on if you're a major or recurring role, right? That's how much B-list actors make. Well, I'm willing to pay a B-list actor a minimum of $2 million for a major role, which is nice, obviously. And SkySource is the only company independent from the Hollywood system that can actually compete with Hollywood. Whereas no other company, no other film studio or independent film studio, independent network can compete with Hollywood. Hollywood's the best of the best, except for SkySource. SkySource is the only company that can compete with the Hollywood companies because it's that big of a company, obviously. Because me and my wife are the bank, we can fund our own movie ourselves. As in Hollywood, a lot of the times the studios have to take loans. Sometimes Hollywood may fund it cash, fund the movies cash, obviously. But I guarantee you, I've done some research. Some Hollywood a lot of the times have to take out loans to fund their movies, obviously. Whereas I don't have to take out any loan. I can fund the movie cash myself. Me and my wife can fund the movie cash ourselves because we're so rich. With a fucking bank, man. With a fucking bank. We're so rich we can easily fund a $600 million, $700 million movie, obviously. Organization movies made for almost $700 million. Hidden Valley movie I'm making for $600 million. Me and my wife can easily fund the movie project ourselves, obviously, because we're the boss. We're king and queen with the big bosses, obviously. And that's how top notch we're coming. Hence why all these Hollywood actors are going to desperately try and get into all of my movies, obviously. But only those who are chosen are the lucky ones. You guys can see the future. You already know all the actors chosen for my 5 movies. You know, obviously, you know. All the Hollywood actors already know all the actors chosen for my 5 movies. But even then, they're still going to send their reels because that's how what? That's how special and that's how special me and my wife are. And that's how desperate these actors are. So even though these actors know all the actors who are going to be chosen, they can see the future, I have the keys, they're still going to send in the reels because what? They want to be cast so bad, obviously. Even though I know this actor's cast for the role, I'm still going to send my reel because I want to so badly be in Ivan's movie. I want to be saved. I don't want to be left behind. I want Skyscraper's better in Hollywood. I want to know what it's like to be rich and free. I want to get out of this wicked Hollywood system. Yeah, man. They all want to get out of that Hollywood system. Don't forget that. They want to get out of the Hollywood system because they want to know what it's like to have money and to be free, obviously. As there's no such thing as being rich and free in Hollywood. In Hollywood, you're rich and a dirty slave. There's no such thing as being rich and free in this world. I keep saying that. There is no such thing as being rich and free in this world. Either you're rich and not free, or you're free and you're not rich. When I mean rich, I mean you're a multimillionaire. There's no such thing as being a multimillionaire being free in this world. Either you're rich and you're a dirty slave, or you're not rich and you're free. And by rich, I mean you're a millionaire. As you can be someone who makes 100 grand, 200 grand a year and be free, obviously. In my opinion, I don't know how much money you have to make to be a gatekeeper, but my guess is the moment you start making $400,000, $500,000, chances are you're going to be a gatekeeper. You're going to be a gatekeeper because the moment you start making that money, you're now making a lot of money. My guess is the moment you hit that $500,000 level range, chances are you're going to be the gatekeeper, obviously, because you're now becoming more famous. You're becoming richer. You're rising in power, obviously. There's a good chance you're going to be the gatekeeper. Once you hit that $500,000 salary range, chances are you met a gatekeeper, obviously. There may be a few exceptions, obviously. I may be wrong. There may be a few exceptions. There may be some people who make $500,000 a year and they made that money free. I highly doubt it, but there may be some exceptions. But in most cases, the moment you make like 500,000 plus, chances are you met a gatekeeper, as there's no such thing as free money in this world. As if you're making 500 grand a year, you're now making a lot of money. You're now making a lot of money, obviously. But if you're making millions, no way you made that money for free, man. Chances are the guy paid a price. That's how it works in this world, obviously. Where you can make 100 grand, $200,000 a year and be free, obviously. Whereas if you make 400, 500 grand, I don't know if you can be free, but like chances are if you make that money, you're going to be the gatekeeper. Once you hit around that level range, because most people in the world don't make that. Once you hit that level, that salary level range, chances are you met a gatekeeper. I could be wrong. There may be some exceptions. I highly doubt, though. Chances are if you make around that range, starting around that range, you probably met a gatekeeper. Because you're now making a lot of money, obviously. Hence why all the actors want to work so badly for Skyscrapers. Because for Skyscrapers, you make your free, clean millions, and you get your freedom, man. As there's no such thing as freedom in Hollywood. There is no such thing as freedom in Hollywood, man. Hollywood, you are a dirty slave. Hence why I want nothing to do with Hollywood. And I'm not selling to the gatekeepers. As selling your soul for fame and fortune is not worth it. I want to be rich and I want to be free, obviously. And because God gave me the keys, I'm the only one in this world who can be rich and free because I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper. In order to make your money in this world, you have to sell to a gatekeeper. That way they can open the doors for you. Because I have my own keys, I can open my own doors. I don't have to sell to the gatekeeper. Hence, I could be rich, which is financial control. I'm king, obviously. At the same time, I can get my financial control, I'm rich. At the same time, I also get to be free because I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper. Because I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper, I can be rich and free. Because God gave me the keys, obviously. Even though having these keys is really annoying and it really pisses me off, because Aaron grew my mind, it's also a blessing because I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper. Hence, because I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper, I can open my own doors. I can now make a lot of money, which is financial control, and have my financial control, which is me being king, obviously. At the same time, I also get my freedom. I don't have to sell to anyone. Hence, I get the best of both worlds. Hence, why God loves me so much. Obviously, because I'm God's son, God loves me so much. When I came to this world, He gave me the keys. Like, hey, Ivan, I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna, even though they lock all doors, I'm gonna make it so easy for you. All you have to do is just write your own book. Because you have the keys, you can make your easy billions. You get your financial control. At the same time, you don't have to sell to the gatekeeper. You can be free. Because I came here, me and my wife came here to be king and queen, free. We didn't come here to be dirty slaves and sell our souls to the gatekeepers. No, we came here to be king, queen, free. And because I have the keys, I am able to have my freedom and I'm able to make my billions and be rich. As I'm the lucky one, I get the best of both worlds. I get to be very rich, richer than all these Hollywood celebrities by a milestone. I'll be richer than all these Hollywood celebrities by milestones. At the same time, I want to be free. Whereas all these Hollywood celebrities, yeah, they're rich, but none of them are free because they all sold out to the Hollywood system, obviously. Let's end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this random video. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll continue my Chapter 7 read-along, which is what? In the House of Tom Bombadil. This is Ivan the Mayor. I'm signing out. Peace.